Ever found yourself wondering about the hidden corners of a seemingly well-documented life? Like, you know someone, you think you know them, but there's this nagging feeling, this whisper of something more? Maybe a secret hobby, a hidden talent, or a nickname. That's what's been gnawing at me lately, and it centers around a name that might ring a bell for some of you, Roger Bank. Now, Roger Bank, depending on what rabbit hole you've tumbled down, could mean a few things. Maybe you're thinking of the financial analyst who's always popping up on those business news segments, the one with the razor-sharp insights and the perfectly tailored suits. Or perhaps you're thinking of the lesser-known, but equally fascinating, Roger Bank, the vintage typewriter collector who's a regular at antique fairs. Or, if you're a bit of a history buff, you might even be thinking of the 19th century inventor, Roger Bank, who dabbled in early telegraph technology. Regardless of which Roger Bank you're picturing, the question remains, does he, or did he, have a nickname? A secret moniker, a playful alias, a term of endearment known only to a select few? It's a question that, on the surface, seems trivial. A simple yes or no, right? But as we delve deeper, we find ourselves uncovering a fascinating tapestry of speculation, anecdote, and the ever-present challenge of separating fact from fiction. Because, let's face it, the internet, while a treasure trove of information, is also a breeding ground for rumors and half-truths. So, how do we approach this? How do we go about unraveling this mystery? Well, we start with the basics. We start with the known. Let's take the financial analyst Roger Bank, for example. A quick search reveals a plethora of professional profiles, articles, and interviews. He's a public figure, his name associated with financial acumen and strategic thinking. But nowhere, in any official capacity, is there mention of a nickname. Nothing. This, of course, doesn't mean he doesn't have one. Professionals, especially those in high-profile positions, often cultivate a certain image. A nickname, particularly a casual or humorous one, might not fit that image. It might be something reserved for close friends and family, a private joke, a shared memory. We can speculate, of course. We can imagine the possibilities. Banker Rog? Rog the Cog? The Money Maestro? But these are just guesses, flights of fancy. They lack the authenticity of genuine, lived experience. And what about the vintage typewriter collector Roger Bank? He's a more elusive figure, his presence scattered across online forums and community blogs. He's known for his passion, his expertise, his encyclopedic knowledge of antique typewriters. But again, no nickname. This Roger Bank, however, seems more approachable, more open to sharing his passion. Perhaps he does have a nickname, a term used by fellow collectors, a nod to his dedication. Maybe Typewriter Rog? The Keysmith? The Ribbon Ranger? The challenge, of course, is finding these fellow collectors, these individuals who might hold the key to this mystery. It requires digging, it requires networking, it requires a willingness to venture into the less traveled corners of the internet. And then there's the 19th century inventor Roger Bank. This is where things get truly intriguing. Historical records are often incomplete, fragmented, leaving gaps in our understanding. But they also offer glimpses into the past, hints of the lives lived by those who came before us. Could Roger Bank, the inventor, have had a nickname? It's entirely possible. In a time when communication was less formal, when social circles were smaller, nicknames were common. They were a way of expressing familiarity, affection, or even a shared sense of humor. Perhaps he was known as Sparky Rog, a nod to his electrical experiments. Or maybe the Wire Wizard, a reference to his work with telegraph technology. Or even something as simple as Old Rog, a term of endearment used by his colleagues and friends. The problem, of course, is finding concrete evidence. Historical records might mention his inventions, his patents, his business dealings, but they rarely delve into the personal details of his life. We're left with speculation, with educated guesses, with the tantalizing possibility that somewhere, buried in an old letter, a forgotten diary, a dusty archive, lies the answer to our question. But this isn't just about Roger Bank. It's about the broader question of nicknames, of the hidden stories that lie beneath the surface of our lives. Nicknames are more than just labels. They're a form of social currency, a way of establishing connection, of creating a sense of belonging. They can be playful, affectionate, ironic, or even derogatory. But they always tell a story. Think about your own life. Do you have a nickname? What's the story behind it? How does it reflect your personality, your relationships, your experiences? We all have these hidden layers, these facets of our identity that are only revealed to a select few. And sometimes, those layers are encapsulated in a single word, a single nickname. So, back to Roger Bank. Have we found our answer? Have we uncovered the secret moniker, the hidden alias? The truth is, we haven't. Not definitively. We've explored the possibilities, we've delved into the speculation, we've considered the various Roger Banks who might be the subject of our inquiry. And perhaps that's the point. Perhaps the mystery is more compelling than the answer. Perhaps the journey of discovery is more valuable than the destination. We've learned about the challenges of historical research, the limitations of online information, the power of speculation, and the enduring allure of nicknames. We've considered the various Roger Banks, from the financial analyst to the vintage typewriter collector to the 19th century inventor, and we've imagined the possibilities, the potential nicknames that might have been bestowed upon them. We've realized that the absence of evidence is not necessarily the evidence of absence. That just because we haven't found a nickname doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It simply means we haven't found it yet. And perhaps, somewhere out there, someone knows the answer. Someone who has heard a nickname, read a letter, or stumbled upon a forgotten anecdote. Someone who can fill in the gaps in our knowledge. Perhaps, this video, this exploration, will spark a conversation, a memory, a recollection. Perhaps, someone will come forward with the missing piece of the puzzle. Until then, we're left with the mystery, with the tantalizing possibility that Roger Bank, whoever he may be, has a nickname, a secret moniker, a playful alias, a term of endearment known only to a select few. And that, in itself, is a story worth telling. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.